Welcome to Gran Turismo 7 racing here at Trial Mountain. So definitely not mountain trail. There's nothing nice and trail and relaxing about this race. It is pretty technical, and I still haven't found the right balance for the brakes, but we're going to do that in this live stream. We're going to find the perfect balance. We're starting off in 6th, and we have done that with +4 on the brake balance. But I'm wondering if it's better to have quick braking and actually let go of the brakes and kind of coast through the turns for faster speeds, which would mean we'd be more -2 to 0. 4 has worked quite well. We'll turn it down just a little at 3, see how that goes. Because there's going to be some pushing probably and a lot of violence. We're going to have traction control stability on 2, just so we don't lose quite as much control when we get hit. And so that we can get back on the pedal with less risk. The Dark J, welcome. Christopher Bieber, welcome as well. Howdy, friends, and Ronan, fantastic. All right, so Ricky Bobby taking it off in the Ferrari like nobody's business. Great acceleration from the Ferrari. All right, well, on my error, when practicing, though we did 1.5 laps of practice before this race, there were no issues whatsoever going through there in 5th. Not quite sure. Didn't quite seem to be sticking it. Probably too high of a gear. Probably would have been a lot, better there. That is not our fault. We just got destroyed into the corner. So from 6th to 14th within 2 turns, no penalties. And we just got slammed into the rocks. I think I have rock dust underneath my toenails because we just got our feet, I think, put behind our heads. All right, Super Dupis, enjoy. Don't enjoy too much, but do make it back, my friend. Alright, so we'll try to climb up, gonna persevere through this. A little perseverance should get us back into the race. So we have a decent enough time. We can just manage to not get completely bashed and destroyed on the race. Alright, so let's go to slide here. Start at the end of the candies, turn right in. And if we're driving at the right speed, we should use up the whole turn. Oh, fantastic. That's a great reminder, Dark J. Film this GT got the Discord set up, so do join the Discord, folks. And we also have the championship racing that you can join on Saturdays by going to Race League Pro. Lots of filth driving going on there. Macintosh, or whatever this is, Matish, not being much of a professional driver here. So hopefully he doesn't think we hit him there and come back and to destroy us, because we had nothing to do with that bouncing off the walls action. Tempting in that turn to brake as much as you do the turn before. The turn before is a slow one. That's a medium speed turn. That should have been a quick turn in order. I should have gone through there quickly to set up this straightaway properly, but it seemed fast enough to keep the cars behind us. Yes, that'd be awesome. Okay, yeah, Dark J, it is great if they don't mind to share their channels. I love it when we work to help each other out here. That's a tricky turn because you really need to get the apex to benefit from getting back on the throttle a lot earlier. Turn in at the outside marker to catch the inside marker. Our speed was fine through there. We're slowly climbing back up. Will we make it to 6th? I don't know, but There are a lot of cars ahead of us. Now, if we've got the right speed here, so 50 miles per hour seems to be about the right speed there. It hit up both turns really nicely. Now, when we do YouTubers versus subscriber lobbies, we actually don't have any ghosting whatsoever. Oh, is trying to block when he's really not going quick compared to our speed. So, some desperation blocking, really. But that's fine. No harm, no foul. Didn't cause an accident. Just had to stop on the brakes. Smooth is fast, so let's just try to sail through here smoothly and in a smart manner. So top a second for that section. Seems to be just right here. We definitely want to set it up right and get through the apex there. Lots of bumps here. Taking a few hits. Here we've got similar speeds, so I'm blocking. Oh my goodness. And Cybex just went to punt us off course, and thankfully GT7 we got hit, but then they ghosted us, so he just flew through and paid for his cruelty, which I'm quite pleased with that result. Find that was proper use of ghosting. Alright, so not bad. We're in 8th, we're in 6th, we ended up getting booted to 14th. Part of it was my own error. Oh, and of course we get speared going through there. So driving like an E-driver behind us. So yeah, I'm definitely going to block him. Not give him the easy route through. Yeah, the whole fam's showing up, Ronan. It is awfully nice. Woo. Okay, that is absolute limit. I cannot go through there any faster. But the Ferrari seems to be able to handle a little bit more speed than we could there. Oh, we're gonna get speared. No, very nice. Good pass for, okay, well, almost good pass, Ferrari. Ooh, sorry there, Bo. I wish that had just been a light contact with no bad results. That, oh, was my fault. But, very accidental, but that doesn't fix the damage that was done. Even though he speared us in a turn, I don't feel great about that. I would have liked to have turned the other cheek and continued to race and then show him how it's done. Well, hopefully he'll persevere and make it back. And it won't sourdough hit us into the wall. Oh, Christopher Bieber, thank you for filling me in, because I don't know much about, I lack a good amount of knowledge when it comes to racing. And I'm just here like everyone in life, trying to get through life and learning and growing as we go. Okay, Christopher Bieber, he was turning into us. Okay, good. Thank you very much. It'll be a learning experience for me. Well, in that case, Phil's fault, because he was kind of turning into us to hit us, and it didn't work out for him. Well, then I guess I'll stop feeling bad. So we gotta shave a good 3-4 seconds off that time. Now, tunnels in the real world are just the most wondrous places when you've got a nice sounding exhaust. And this game in the sim racer, in the tunnels, they just don't quite simulate the Okay, they do help. They do amplify the sound, but they could amplify it a little more. Hey, Dano. Good evening, brother. The Texas Ranger himself. Hope everyone had a good day. Hope you guys met the day with positivity and success. Okay, we didn't hit him hard enough to spin him. Good. Yeah, at first it just seemed like we had a light paint trade. When I did touch him in the back, he was under control, but yeah, he came back and he kind of rolled across our hood. Hey, Bren, Out of This World Gaming is in. Fantastic. Welcome. At the end of the candies, turn in, and 50 miles per hour seems to be about a comfortable speed for me as a rookie amateur driver. Can we get this down to 154? Oh no, still slow laps. My goodness, I don't see how we're hanging on to 6th here. Slow ones like that. About 120 seems about the right speed through there. So what I'm trying to do, and what we should all try to do as we go through a track, is not just get better at it ever so slowly by muscle memory, using muscle memory as a way to get through the track, but to actually know, okay, what gear am I in, what's the right line, and then once you know what speed you're going through, well then you can know, okay, well I went through at 50, now we can try 51 miles per hour, try 52 and just keep pushing it. Like there, I think I need probably try to get closer to 100 miles per hour. Bodor, welcome. Welcome back, mate. Thank you for making it in. Dark J, thank you for taking the time, and everyone, thank you for taking the time to say hello to each other, converse, share some information. Christopher Bieber, thank you for the track knowledge. Alright, so there I slowed down way more than I'd like to, but it was to avoid a collision. Tires, I believe, are good for another lap. But I think this is probably the last lap on these tires, but I'd love to get everyone's opinion on that. At the candies, turn in. Hey, Super Doofus, welcome back. Alright, we are in 5th. Look at that, but we still need to pit, so that's going to be an issue. We're going to have a lot of cars passing us when we go into pit. There we go, 122, so we remembered last time we were at about 118. Figured I'd try to push an extra 3 to 5 miles per hour, and it worked, so that's how we're going to slowly build better times. Got to keep in mind these tires aren't getting stickier as we go. Can we benefit from a little drafting? So I believe that front right tire is screaming to be changed. Okay, so fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. Race League is going to be the weekend after. Well, I wasn't too competitive through that turn. We'll get it next time. But it's the fastest I've done that section. Good to know. Now let's see how wide we have to go here. I'll stay wide to go for the tire change. Oh, that's right, it's not here yet. Clearly not fully experienced on Trial Mountain. Woo, made it in, no lines crossed, so no penalty. And we have mandatory tires. Let's throw on the mediums. We don't need fuel. Oh, don't worry about it, Super Doofus. We're not holding you to any schedule. And I'm sorry I'm missing some of the live just because I started this up not realizing I don't have my phone on me. Alright, the Dark J, welcome. Welcome to Information Science Night with the Dark J, I should say. I'm not saying welcome to the Dark J, I'm saying welcome to the Science Night, so Northern Lights. Yeah, lots of Northern Lights around. Let's try to get the right speed to make sure we can catch the apexes. I'm demonstrating the dangers of reading text while driving, but good to know, Super Doofus. So you're in northern Wyoming and you saw Northern Lights. It seems like, is this just mostly an occurrence that's happened in the last 5 years? I know in my region we saw Northern Lights now, twice I believe in the last 5 years, but growing up from my area I think we never saw Northern Lights. Turn in at the marker. Catch this marker and generally usually start to get into the throttle. At the marker, we're in 7th. This is fantastic. But we got Ricky Bobby behind us again. He didn't give up. Good on him. Oh, but he didn't give up the hitting either. Very, very nice, Ricky Bobby. Very nice. First or last, I guess. Let's see if he's going to be gunning for us through this section. Hopefully not. Because at the high speeds of turn 1, 2, and 3, we can easily get destroyed. Just have to drive through really quickly, I guess. So we're keeping our distance with Ricky Bobby, which is going to be crucial. We're not getting hit off the track. We shouldn't hit the brakes there, so about 10 miles per hour off that little section. A little slow showing because I missed the apex there. But we still got 0.9 of a lead. That's going to be down to probably 0.2 by the end of this straightaway. This will be interesting. Let's see how Ricky Bobby reacts. How, when, and where we take this hit is the question. So really almost overcooked that turn as I'm just trying to make sure I don't brake early and get speared into another stratosphere. That slide's gonna cost us. Let him take the inside and take the pass. Try to pass him back though, right here. In a bump draft with him here. You might be surprised by the bit of teamwork that I'm gonna try to initiate. Went through there 10 miles per hour too slow. I gotta go back to just racing the track, watching the speed. not so smooth, but we made it through without incident. Let's go, Ricky Bobby. Should have been a little earlier on the throttle, but very light. Now looking at the Sparco sign, sponsorship sign for racing, just reminding me that at Costco there's a nice play seat with metal frame for sale. That is very tempting. Made possible by the members. Because, well, when you make, even if it's a tiny bit of money, with a YouTube channel, you can start having business expenses. So that'll be awfully nice to get rid of all this wiggle because, well, the frame is a little weak. The steering is great with the Thrustmaster TGT2. Oddly, my fastest lap is now with medium tires. Alright, Ricky Bobby and I might pass the next car up together. Let's just try to stick with him. He seems to be driving some nice lines. We'll use him sort of like a ghost car here. Oh, and it seems like I forgot, and I was thinking that's turn 2 and trying to tell myself, don't brake. So it's here we need to not brake. No braking. Oh, sorry, friend. I tried to avoid the accident by hitting the brakes before hitting the car. Daniel, welcome in, buddy. Welcome back. Alright, so 8, final lap. Missed our shot to pass Miles. But I'm happy I didn't knock him off the course. Quite pleased that I hit the brakes before making any contact with them. If he watches the replay, I think he'll say, yeah, no, he wasn't aiming to spear me into another stratosphere. If I hadn't over-revved that there, I think we're going to be passing. His line wasn't great. We would have had an easy pass, but of course we got to keep in mind that we've got a car in front of us and just booting them off the track is no way to race. He's good at blocking. He's doing a great job. Well done, Miles. Well done. Alright, so I guess we finished 6th. This is not bad at all. And Captain Yeetus picks up a minute penalty. Must not have stopped to pit or didn't switch. Maybe put one from soft to soft. Woo! Interesting race. Started off in 6th, went down to 14th, safely battled our way up to 6th, back to 6th. So, thank you very much for the GRs, the good races. Dano, thank you for the bit of encouragement there. You're the only 911, I guess, on the track. A lot of 458s. 458 seems solid on this track, and the BMW, I think, or the Lexus are both winners for this track. Skyline, great solid car in regards to taking hits and, kind of a go everywhere. And my time for Trial Mountain is slow enough that I've been kicked into the D. So I was racing against D racers. I wonder what ratings these individuals had down here. I just found out I got back to D now, so tonight. So, oh well, my lap time was just too slow at Trial Mountain with a 154.5. All right, now for the second part of our live streams, Monday to Fridays, starting at pretty much generally always 9:30. Sometimes start half an hour early, but pretty rare. We're going to go down and do some lobbies, YouTubers versus subscribers. I look forward to racing with you all. Hopefully you're all ready. We've got the JCCR crew that usually plugs in the first 6 to 8 spots. Thank you very much, Kyle W, for saying good game. And oh, you're Miles. Fantastic, Miles. Good, solid blocking, mate. I could not get a pass on you. I had the speed to get it a few times, but you're just right in the right spot. So you did what you need to do. You know, you need to hold the right line, and if someone has more speed but on the same line, the ideal line, they don't get to pass it. Whereas if you're not on the ideal line, well, then they get a quick and easy pass. All right, Kyle W. So for Miles, thank you very much for saying that you didn't see me on that one. Very nice. All right, so let's create a room. Let's go down to load up settings. We've got the best template. We'll start on Watkins Glen. So Dano should tempt Dano in. Should be able to get Dano in on that one. 4 laps at Watkins Glen. What do you say, Dano? The Texas Ranger and I both love this race. So pick your favorite car, folks, or the car that you like at Watkins Glen. I'd say the BMW is a huge winner and favorite for this race. Some like the Genesis or the Lexus here. Skyline is an excellent choice, but I'm going to stick it with the 911. Continue it out. Just got to get my tires set up here. So we're on Racing Soft, so we're good there. Now let's see who's making it in. We've got Marciello's made it back. Fantastic. So let's just throw out some good vibes here. Marciello, good to see you again. And of course to the JCCR team, thank you so much for making it in. I'm going to say congratulations for making it in, but really thanks for making these races possible. I'm blessed to have an amazing race team, race team colleagues, stablemates, fellow race jockeys, sim race jockeys, going through all of this with me, helping me to learn and grow, coaching and mentoring. So when you watch the live streams, you definitely want to have the live chat set to on, because you'll get A and B drivers giving us a lot of solid tips. And let's see, will Super Doofus make it in, or are you still very understandably out of town and sick? So completely understand if you're out of energy. I was there last weekend. I rode out, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that, when I missed my Monday race that I always do. Well, Saturday and Sunday I was sick, and Monday I was very sick. And I spent all that week were my holidays, but I was out of it. Now let's see who we've got here. We're going to be running, we've got a McLaren here out of JCCR Devious. Thank you for making it in. We got Killas here with a Lamborghini. We got Indian Taco driving the 458. I'm going to be driving the 911. Marciello in a Lamborghini, not Marcielago, but the Huracan. Let's see if he can, Huracan or Huracant. We've got Ronan in the Viper. I'm going to assume Dano here is going to run the BMW, but I can't see because it's my ugly mug is covering it here. Darth Solo, that's a little confusing here. Let's get Devious up top. Devious can run Bunny here. Knight Rider Jim is extremely quick, so let's drop him down. Ronan, another very quick driver. Dano, very quick. Bren, I'm sorry, you're super fast with your A rating. So you're getting the bottom of the pile, and as you pass us, we all get to learn from you. We'll try to follow our lines and make sure. I'm going to make it clear to the newbies here. Let's have a clean race, and race clean or get kicked. Race clean, no paint trading. No trading paint. This ain't NASCAR. All right, now talking like that, probably asking to get someone to just strongly desire to punt me off track, but we'll find it. Brennan saying you got it, boss. That is awesome. Thank you, Bren, for the support. You guys could have very comically teased or sarcastically joked around about it, and but it could, the newbies don't know us, so that they might just be reading along and saying, "Oh, okay." So we really got to make sure we hit this JCCR Johnny guy. This Ain't Texas is by Cowboy Carter or whoever you want to call. Not a fan. I'm not a fan. Definitely not best country song or artist of the year. All right, so get your brake balance right where you're comfortable. Here, I find 3-4 is going to work for pretty much every car. Get your radar on to avoid major collisions. Thank goodness that I didn't send Devious off track there. Stayed off after we made contact. That was my fault. I stayed off the pedal and pulled myself off the track, so it was just a light hit, but with no push through. Sorry about that, Devious, but good job staying stable through that. I'm gonna have to just take myself off track. There we go. All right, so lots of traffic, even with just 11 racers. 16, this would have been a mess. I'm convinced of that. All right, so I'm going to be coming up from the bottom of the pack. Dano should be close behind. I think Dano must have been hit, because I didn't put him at the bottom of the pack. He must have been hit because he is very accustomed to this track. Ronan probably just got the boot, so I'm wondering who's causing all this trouble. I certainly almost caused trouble in, I had to throw myself off the track there to not spear anyone. Oh, jeez. I think we had a tire spin situation. All right, so following JCCR Devious, that looks like he's held on and is running fifth just by getting through with some safe, smart, smooth driving. Well, so far it's looking smooth. Hopefully he didn't cause any of the accidents of the A and B drivers going off track behind us. And lap one is always Devious. Even when the intentions are best intentions possible. I think the bus stop caused a lot of trouble because people are just going through at very, very different speeds there. Hey, Eric King, welcome. So you're in first at Trial Mountain. Well done. That is a hard and technical. It's a hard track because it's so technical, and it's technical to be quick at. Relatively easy track to not have any major crashes on and fly off the track. You know, it's not Nürburgring where everything is trying to crash you out. However, it's very technical. It requires a lot of knowledge to be fast, I find. All right, coasting through second here, slowly easing into the power. Here we can run through, just lay off the throttle, no braking, fourth gear, get down to third for this section. Catch a little apex and we can fly right through there at 110 or faster. All right, so Indian Taco with a 3-second faster lap than my best lap, so he is speeding along. All the pros are at the bottom of the list because of all the accidents that occurred. It looks like Marciello is maybe a fake D driver because he is quick. Very, very quick. I think we started out in 5th, so well done, Marciello. Fly through in 4th, drop it into 3rd. Should have been at the very top of 3rd there, though, or low 4. He's back in the throttle. Alright, bringing down the time. We gotta shave another good, ideally a second off that section. Should be going through there at top 105. Should be properly quick. Quick little stomp on the brakes at the 100 mark. See, can we be at the top of 3rd by that indicated turn in? Yes, good. There we go. Quick little drop into 3rd. Alright, and we are in 5th, and that's pretty darn good when racing with these legends. And Dano now picking up the best lap time with a 1:46.3. Well done, Dano. You are extremely quick at this race. Clearly either had some bad luck or some people with not necessarily bad intentions, but some accidental driving, and it might even be caused from my driving in lap 1, because here I was going to end up plowing through the cars in front, so I slammed on the brakes and took myself to the wall. But that meant everyone else behind me probably had to slow down for the chaos. Bottom of the hill, get into 3rd. Slowly let the hill take out our speed, and back onto the throttle. Can we get through here? And getting closer to the high 105s. So we got 0.5 to shave off of that entire section, and we will be in business. Drive right to the 100. Brake and down to 2nd. He's back into the throttle here. If we're too hard, the car will absolutely spin out. Alright, so that's our fastest lap in a while. That should be a low 148. Oh, 147.5. We're getting close to that top speed. Only about 1.4 seconds off Mr. Super Speed Dano, the Texas Ranger. Hodor, calling good game. Yeah, good game, folks. I'm sorry if I created a little slow traffic early on. There's slow traffic in front of me. Caused me to overbrake, and I did take myself off track, though, to make sure the cars behind me didn't end up ramming me and creating a dog pile there. Good game, Dano. Solid lap. Oh, Out of This World Gaming might have stolen the fastest lap at the end. Well, where would we find that? Let's see the results here. We've got Indian Taco in first with running a 4:58. Italia, we've got Marciello in second. So there's a little switch up there at the end of the race. Well done. Nice little back and forth, I guess. DK, so no JCCR racers there. So subscribers have won this one. I picked Killers in fourth. I picked up fifth. We got Dano right behind me, followed by Bren and JCCR Devious. The fastest drivers ended up not on the top because of, well, some accidents. Remy, you can... now, is there any reporting of wild racing, out-of-line racing? Let me know. We'll get the, wow, E and an E rating. So did anyone have any trouble with DK? Safety rating would indicate... quite possibly. The chances are high. All right, collecting. Well, overall, you could let me know overall in the comments who would vote for ghosting. Do you like ghosting, or do you like the realism of if you miss your break point, you've got all sorts of havoc that ensues? How extreme do we want these races? Dano, JCCR Ronan saying that he got the snake bite even when he uses it. Yeah, there's a lot of sketch on the first lap. No, it's a good to go. So Dano saying no ghosting is good for practice. Okay, so that's good. Nitro, thanks for voting in. Let's see what else, other answers. I'm not sure what Dark J mentioned. Let's see who's going to be picking the next race. Indian Taco. So let's see what he picks here. Oh, I can't even find, let's see, is his name here? Well, not getting any feedback here, so let's go to one of the JCCR racers. And I can't find Indian Taco on the list, so that would actually put it to me, because, yeah, that puts it to me. So, let's see, let's do Highway 1 here. Yeah, it can definitely be unfair to bystanders who get caught in the accident. Highway 1, Grand Valley, Highway 1. Let's do nice 4 laps here. Let's get the pedal to the metal. It's a fantastic race. Ha! The Dark J saying race clean or you'll get Batmaned. Well said, Dark J. And I've seen you take out when I've called Batman. I've seen you sacrifice your whole race to get it done. That is fantastic. And when someone's really out of line, I'll pull myself out of a race just to be able to kick them out. So if, let's say, someone is driving wildly and they're starting in, let's say, 6th, and they knock out half the cars getting to 1st, well, that's the type of situation that even if I'm in, 9th and I have a chance to move up, I go, no. Time, oh no, throttle is messed up again. Time to upgrade. Yeah, I wonder how long my pedals are going to last here. The Thrustmaster TGT2 stock pedals that come with the overall kit so far. Good. Burnt out a steering wheel. Probably had too much torque and too many things on one power bar. Let's see. Cars to use for this race. What are people using? Let's go spectate. We got Dano in the Viper. Solid car for this race. Toyota, excellent car for this race. I like the GTR, Nissan GTR here. The 458. Lots of turn-in capability. Marciello in the Lamborghini. And that reminds me, Marciello is a lot faster than his rating would indicate. So let's get Marciello down here. Let's at least be able to see what his rating is. I think it's a low rating, but he's actually really quick. Yeah, it says D, but he's racing at B speed. Let's maybe get Dark J. Indian Taco is actually really quick as well, so that's a fake E, so we'll see how it goes with him being a little lower. Change Indian Taco here. Let's see how he does right behind Dano. Devious, that makes sense. I'll probably crash out myself to last place anyways. And Darth Solo. Let's see, what rating does he have? Okay, he's a B, so no B's at the top, and actually Indian Taco needs to come down because he's a B, meaning he's more likely to deliberately hit people, because if you accidentally hit people on a regular basis, you'll be an S rating for safety, and B just means you're booting people in the buttocks on a regular basis. Okay, so Devious is on controller. Then maybe for... Yeah, I'm still going to keep you bunny up there. So let's start the race. Let's put the pedal to the metal and get down to business. I can't remember last night who was asking for Highway 1. Was it Mustang saying it's his favorite race? I'm surprised he didn't make it back in. Maybe he's actually, this is usually the time he's walking his dog, so he might be walking his dogs. But we're past 10, so depending how this goes, this is either the last race or second last race. I should have put myself down a little bit lower because I actually know Highway 1 quite well. Try it on 4th. Oh yeah, that's right. Devious is going to be bunny and he's on controller, so running with quite the disadvantage and very easy to make an error that'll spin your car, you'll spin yourself out because it's hard to get the throttle just right and it's hard to get the line just right as well. I find it's very hard to hold a line on controller. Now the car behind me is about to fly back by, so I'm not going to try to block him. He's got way too much speed on me. Alright, so we're running as a tight pack here. I caught dirt in the 911. Mid-engines that catch dirt will often spin out as we just did. And we got PCG Small Fry behind us, so to the bottom of the pack I go. One spin out, that's what it will cost us. I guess I got a little too greedy with the dirt. Alright, let's not throw in the towel. We should have enough knowledge on this track to be able to make a nice comeback. Got to make sure there you don't go too much into that inner turn because you got rain gutters there. And that section, those rain gutters will just suck you into the wall. Hey, Debitha, thank you so much for making it in for yet another night. That must be about 6 or 7 nights in a row. Nights here, mornings for you. Let me know your Thursday morning where you're at. Let me know what Thursday morning is going to be like for us here. Is it going to be a good Thursday? All right, so first and second, Devious and I now almost at the bottom of the pack. I guess I don't remember Highway that well because I should not have been braking for that section. That should just be a smooth fly through. Try to pass on the inside here. Set myself up to be on the inside for this upcoming section. I'll have to take it a little slower to stay on track and not just lean into people to get through the turn. But it makes for a nice little back and forth with Devious. Alright, so 6 seconds slower. Not one of my prettiest races. Usually I'm pretty smooth on this track. Guess I didn't get my regular practice. It won't be just like riding a bicycle. Maybe riding a bicycle with a rusty chain. Alright, we got Dano up in first and followed by the Dark J. So we got JCCR team up in first and second. Let's see how that finishes out. Bren is becoming a regular. Don't forget, Bren is the YouTube channel Out of This World Gaming. He covers board games, and I fully support channels, especially excellent channels like his that cover board games, covers the highs, the lows, what you'll like, what you might dislike, the difficulty level, or sort of, you know, how hard is it to learn how to play, how hard is it to play. And I think that board games are not just important as a nice social option. I think they're so important for the mind. I think it's really good for brain development in younger people and really good in older people to keep the mind sharp or to sharpen the mind. Neurons that fire together wire together, so if you're using all that prefrontal cortex for all the strategy that some of these board games require, you're definitely going to get smarter in the process. Alright, so just slightly light on the pedal through that section. Just light in, light off, light in, light off through that S-turn to get through there quicker than our previous attempts. Imagine being parked there in the real world and someone passes you at 150 miles per hour. That is wild. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta be pedal to the metal through this entire section. If I'm ever gonna catch up. Catch inside, and oh, that makes a huge difference for the overall speed that we're gonna have here. Folks, let's get Super Doofus that 1,000 subscriber mark. If you haven't already done so, make sure you head over to his channel, give him a subscribe, and give his videos some likes. Help get the algorithm to positively view his channel and start offering it to others. Alright, so we're getting closer, but not close enough, not enough, and a little too late. Too little too late, as they say. I think with the speed difference between these two cars, that might have lifted the paint. I would have found it interesting another lap or two. I was getting back into it. Good job, Dano, followed by the Dark J, followed by a bronze finish by Bren N, Out of This World Gaming. Don't forget, check out his YouTube channel. Give him some likes. He's deserves it. He clearly puts in a good amount of work and effort, skill, and talent into his show. Daniel, right on. Thank you for sharing some kindness there. All right, so let's check out the results here. We got Dano with a gold, JCCR, the Dark J with a silver, Brennan with a bronze, Indian Taco quite close behind. So my suspicion that Indian Taco, despite his slow rating for speed, is actually very fast, because behind him he's got an extremely solid driver with Jay Rizzo right there, followed by Killers, JCCR, Ronan, Marciello, and I think I finished in 9th on the race, 9th or 10th, so I wasn't too far behind. I think I was right behind Marciello. Folks, let's see what time it is. It's 10:25, and it has been very... Oh, we had a Swede coming in. Swede or Norwegian? I think that's the Norwegian flag, not the Swedish flag. Oh, well, that's going to bother me now. I'm going to have to go check it out. Old Caroli, I'm sorry. Races shutting off. We start at 9:30 pretty much every night, Monday to Friday, not Saturday and Sunday. We then head over I do a weekly race, which is usually 10 to max 25 minutes, and then we race here for the remaining of the time, usually around 9:30, start to get ready to close up the show. Sometimes we rock it to about 10:40 with a few minutes of shut down. I like to finish it here on this screen, reminding you a few things. Don't forget to change your oil, as Knight Rider would mention. Don't forget your wheel. And this is not sponsored, but Costco does have, at least in Canada, for $399. It's got a play seat with a metal frame. I am very tempted because that's a lot easier than driving 2 to 3 hours to pick up a used unit, and that's the metal frame and the seat from what I can see. Maybe I'll give you guys pick it up and give you guys a little review of it, because this is not fun. I can't even drive with one hand because then it flexes the torque, and the little bumps in the road flex the wood too much, and it ends up doing a little squiggly wiggly. And you do not want to be a squiggly wiggly pig when you're driving around. You never feel like a pig, by the way, driving by the 911. Not sponsored by Porsche, but we do own a Porsche, and we have been on a Porsche track day event. We've been invited back a few times, but we keep getting invited back for really expensive outings like ice hotel and ice track racing. It's like packages of $5, $10, or $15,000, and I'm like, yeah, okay, well, maybe I'm not going to spend $5 to $15,000 while the wife is pregnant again with our upcoming second kid, a boy. So I'll have to teach him how to race. But before teaching him how to race, you guys have to keep making it back and blessing me with your presence and with your coaching and mentoring. So you need to teach me how to race so I can then teach my son how to race. The Dark J, Super Doofus, Ronan, Rizio, Dapitha, Out of This World Gaming, or Bren, and Daniel. Thank you so much for making it in. North Conway has a very old-styled, original train station up in the mountains. So if you want to check out North Conway, New Hampshire, really cool mountain town. Not like that. That is very cool as well. I'm wondering if that's Germany with the make of the houses there. So, folks, don't forget, stay kind, stay positive, stay kind to yourself, speak positively to yourself, and try to do so for others as well. The subconscious doesn't know much difference between the I and the them. So if you're always speaking negatively about other people, it's probably going to internalize that. Tom, do feel better, but make sure, folks, you do stay positive. And remember, the main difference between people with a lot of success and no success, there's one thing in common. They all doubt themselves. We all doubt ourselves. It's part of the human condition to doubt yourself, but they go out and do it. They put one foot in front of another, and they've just got a growth mindset, and they say, it's okay if I get embarrassed. It's okay if I make mistakes, because I'm going to get more comfortable in the embarrassment zone, and I'm going to learn from my mistakes. And really, if you think about it, some of the best paid people in the world are just very comfortable in what would be really kind of awkward and uncomfortable, because it's potentially embarrassing for most people, like public speakers, actors. And really, we're always acting. We just get so used to a character that we build in our heads that we mistake it, that character, as ourselves. So trick your mind. If you want to be, a lawyer, and you're going to be going towards law school when you're studying and trying to get the grades to get into law school, picture yourself as already being a lawyer, and like, what would I do? How would I dress? How would I speak? What hobbies would I have? What would I do after work or after school? What would I be focusing on? Same thing if you want to become, anything you want to become. Envision the success. Ask yourself what the person that you want to become would be doing, and just start doing those things. You're going to get better, and you're going to trick your mind into bringing you, you're going to put yourself on the right path, but you just got to believe in yourself. So trick your mind, tell yourself that you're there, and do all the things that it takes to get there. Figure out what it takes to get there and get her done. Ricky Rez Racer, welcome. Great to have you back. Haven't seen you in a little bit, but really good to have you back. And I'm sorry, I'm just signing out here and running on a rant, a positivity rant. Daniel, thank you so much for don't forget to smash your thumb button. Yes, smash your thumb button. Folks, thank you so much blessed to have you along for the journey. So thank you, Ricky Rez Racer, for hitting the like button. Folks, check out Ricky Rez Racer's YouTube channel. Give him some likes and a subscribe. Until next time, I wish you all more cars and more power. Hope you get to put the pedal on a car that you love sometime real soon. If it's not in the real world, don't worry. This is still my favorite place to race and drive. If you want to see some of the cars that we drive over at Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, so that's Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, we're long-term testing a 2017 Shelby GT350 with that incredible 5.2-liter Voodoo engine that is it's a flat plane crankshaft. So flat plane crank, meaning you can rev that all the way up to 8,250 and keep going, really, but that's where the red line starts. We've got the 1999 Porsche 911 owning it and long-term reviewing it to find out, can you own a European sports car and have it not, break the bank or cause a divorce or cause your wallet to, divorce away from you, basically explode out of your pants. Don't take that out of context, folks. No need to clip that into a short. And we're also long-term reviewing a 1991 Toyota MR2 that we owned from about 2005 to 2012. Sold it, bought it back in about 2020, and now put, I'd say probably about $25,000 into it. Everything's been changed on it. It's on its 4th engine. Check it out, folks. And long-term reviewing a 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor. So nice, we bought it twice because we had a 2024 before, traded in. Normally never switch because we've gone past 80 vehicles that we've owned now. Not just on the channel, because I was driving cars well before we started this YouTube channel. But check it out. Give it a look over, and would love and appreciate the thumbs up and the subscribe. Folks, that's it for me for tonight. Good luck in all your endeavors tomorrow. Stay positive and keep persevering. You're never going to have the full you just need the discipline, because we're never going to be motivated to do the jobs every day. But if you got the perseverance and you've got the discipline, you'll get it done. And just showing up and getting your done consistently does lead to huge success. It's like success has a compounding factor the same way that investment has a compounding factor. Those little, 5% or 10% or 25 or 60% yearly returns, whatever you're running in the stock market. Right now, AMD has been pretty good to me this year, but whatever you're running, in regards to your goals in life, whether it's sports, business, whatever it is, if you just keep putting in a little bit of effort daily, you're going to have great results. It's going to compound your success, and you'll end up with tons of success later down the road. But you got to get all those little efforts in daily. So, folks, Godspeed and God bless everybody.